Forgive me as I get suited up. Now I can't see anything. Gosh. Yeah. No, where are my glasses? Let's turn this on and measure the float height, and it won't come on. Dead battery. Hello, hey, welcome back to the Bewildered channel. My name is Rob, and today, as promised, we're going to finally work on those carburetors. There's two, those, and here they are. One dirty one and one clean one. Yes, I know, it's already done. I did it while you weren't looking. And also so I could make my mistakes while you weren't looking, but I'm sure there's more to come where that came from. Anyway, as you can see, this one is pretty dirty. We're going to be working on that. And also we need to find out where this went. And yeah, kind of, I don't know where that goes. So we'll find out. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, as we get into it, let me just start off by saying this is a first attempt for me at trying to rebuild a carburetor. And basically, this took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but you know, in the end, it really wasn't that bad. It was quite easy. So what you see here is me trying to remove the two carburetors from the intake, and each one has a flange on the back. It's an adapter flange that also needs to be removed. You'll see that here in a few moments. Okay, so here's what we got so far. I was able to disassemble the cover. Got a spring. I'm going to put that there for right now. And I've started to unbolt the diaphragm, I want to say. This rubber diaphragm. And I just about got it. Take that off. And here we go. So it looks like metal. This should come right off. Here we go. That's sticky. You know, it's pretty pliable for how old it is. There it goes. That looks, it's pretty, there we go. So we've got this metal thing goes inside of this plastic thing, which goes inside of this. So that all looks pretty good. Set that aside with the screws. And what else do we have? Okay, looks like this also wants to come out. So yeah, I'm gonna be careful with that. It looks pretty nice. Okay, there's stuff in there. Oh, that stinks. All right, that was my good pants, man. That's what I get. All right, I need to find a good place for that to go. I want to mess up that needle. What you're seeing here is the beginnings of the rebuild process for carburetor number 1. It was left soaking for a few hours, and now I'm just simply cleaning out the openings and starting to put things back together, including, you'll notice, tapping in those throttle shaft seals, which I had to wait on. As I mentioned earlier, this is not the complete rebuild, unfortunately. I chose not to capture the entire thing. I wanted to kind of practice first. I knew I was going to be making some mistakes, and boy, did I. But don't worry, I have the whole second carburetor rebuild coming up that was captured in its entirety. So basically, off camera, I rebuilt this one. It is now complete. And that's making the sound that you want to hear. It's perfect. I made lots of mistakes. And I didn't really want to do that on camera. I've never rebuilt a carburetor before until now. And to be honest, I didn't completely rebuild this. It was freshened up, let's say. Cleaned up, added a few new gaskets, and there you go. And I plan to show you a complete step-by-step process of how I did that on this particular one over here. Let's bring this one up. You can kind of see here, it's pretty nasty. I believe that's the choke. And let me show you something here that was kind of interesting. Maybe somebody knows. This normally is where a choke would go, I'm assuming, and it's not there. And I'm assuming that only one carburetor needs the choke because they're a dual setup. I'm not really sure. I'm still kind of looking into that, but this was not on there when I pulled it off. So it's either missing or it doesn't need anything. My big question is, there's holes. So if there's holes, does that matter? I'm not really sure about this particular part, but I'm hoping time will tell as I continue on, and maybe somebody out there knows. I really don't know. So anyway, putting that aside, oh, I did have one minor issue. This was pulled off. I don't remember where it goes. I got everything on there, but there is this one screw with a spring on it. I tried to look it up in the book and I didn't see it there either, but the search goes on. I'll figure it out. In the meantime, the time has come to disassemble this guy because he's really dirty and he really needs a freshening up. First, let's take off this this plate here that is used to convert to the, I don't know if it's a conversion, but it's a plate that allows it to attach to the, you can't see what I'm pointing at. It's a plate that allows it to attach to the intake right here. Intake. Back you go. Now the last time I did this, quite a bit of oil came out. Sorry, let me take off this plate first. This thing broke on me on the last one, and I've been told, oh, whoops, scared me. I don't think it's that big of a deal to replace. It's just a plastic piece. This one's in, I mean, it seems to be okay. I really don't know what that is. I think it's a vacuum, but you know, I'm not sure, to be honest. But anyway, let's proceed. Of course it's hard. I need to move these out of the way. By the way, these were unused, so we're going to put these back somewhere. There we go. In case I ever have to do this again. There are a few that I will use when I'm bolting onto the intake, but for the time being, I'm just going to save these because I'm assuming that they're made for extra parts for different types of the zenith-stromberg CDs, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's a CD. 175 CD. That's the name, 175 CD. Don't need that. That's the old one, but it looks so good I decided to keep it. All right, let's see if I can get this off. It's being a bear. There we go. It's getting loose now. It's just a, I don't know, converter plate. I don't know what you call this. Something like that. And of course it's on there pretty good. I wonder if it would have been easier to, there we go, to loosen these off, but loosen these nuts when they were still on the intake. It's coming off. Yeah. So we sped this one up because it's just, it took forever to take this adapter flange off of the carburetors. It requires a tool in a tight space, and there's just not a lot of room to maneuver there. This one is dirty. Gee willikers. Well, you ever get one bolt off of this? I spent 20 minutes just getting this one bolt off. I don't like this. There we go. There we go. Now I got momentum. Finally. Yay! Oh, and there's the washer. We'll get that in a minute. One bolt off. 20 minutes later. These bolts are threaded really tight. They're difficult to get off, and especially they're in such a tight spot that it just makes it hard to get into. So I'm left with using just a simple 1/2 inch wrench. Yay! It is off. Finally! I'm going to be taking this off first. There's some play here. Set that aside. Uh-oh. What? Little tag. Oh wow, that came right off. There it is. Sneaky. There it is. Rusty. I think what I'm going to do is start putting these in the basket. Can't see that, but this is being basket for cleaning. To be washed. Oh, let's put that in there too. Why not? Carefully. Let's see. Don't. Let that clean. Wow, that was loose. It was really, really loose. This is the temperature, can't remember what this is called. so loose. Okay, so here you see me removing the bypass valve assembly. It's believed responsible for preventing like backfiring or sputtering. Why not? It kind of fits in here. Okay. Next. little clamp. It went right here. Hose clamp of some sort onto the choke. So, okay. Now I can get to this, kind of. Get that out of the way. This was just hanging out. There it goes. I don't even know if I'm doing this right. Let's see. Does that need to come off? Please be long. Yeah. That was easy. Choke and the 2 choke screws. I'm gonna see if these were correct from the factory, or well, who knows from the factory. Oh. So now we're on to removing the needle, because there is a gasket in there that needs to be replaced. And I've already done this actually, but basically in here, loosen it, which I've done. Take this set screw out. By the way, I'm not a pro carburetor rebuilder. I've never done this before, but I highly recommend watching other videos. Kudos to, I believe it's Midwest Motoring. Awesome video, dude. Thank you. That helped me a lot on this particular zenith-stromberg 175 CD, which is getting there. Oh, and by the way, I'll come back to this, but I believe I have found where this goes. Goes inside of this guy. This, of course, is the one on the second one, but I will be disassembling the other one that I did because I left that out. Easy fix. We'll come back to that. Anyway, back to this. Okay, screws out. And now this will come off like that. Off to the side. And then basically what you do is you take, I'm going to use the fatter end of this right here in order to push it down, which I've already started, but just for demonstration purposes only. Here we go. Of course, it takes a little bit more than that, but you get the idea. Set that to the side. And here's the part that goes inside that interlocks or screws into here. Now there is, you can't really see it very well. I don't know if we can get this on camera. I'll try. There is a very tiny, oh, it's blurry. It's a very tiny little gasket that's in there. It's got to come out. I'm nearsighted, so it helps to remove these. Now I can't see anything. Oh man. How in the heck? I've never done this, but I saw it on video. Sorry if I'm blocking you. I am getting into some rubber. So this is going to be destroyed, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to be replacing it. But nah. Please don't stab myself. It's so small. Well, I can see where I'm making some damage, but trying to get that out is tricky. Without stabbing myself. Like I just almost did. I know that comes out of there. I think I'm getting somewhere. I'm tearing it up, which is good. Just don't want to poke my fingers. Ouch. Like that. Man, it seems like it's a bit harder plastic. I wonder if it's this guy right here. I have 3 options to choose from, basically. One of these goes in there, I think. I'm chewing it up. Man, does anybody have a better way of taking this thing out? It's got to come out. All right, maybe I just need to quit being wimpy and get this thing out of here. Just don't want to poke myself. Eventually, if I can get a groove and be able to get underneath it, I think I'll have it. This is making for a lot of exciting video, I'm sure. Trying to do this without damaging anything is becoming difficult. can make it spin. I know this one's got to come off because it's on the other one I opened it and there was oil still in the chamber. You can't see it. But on this one, when I opened it up, there was 0 oil. So that tells me that it leaked down into the float chamber. It feels like a harder washer. It'll be interesting to see what this looks like when I pull it off. I don't know if it's just hard because of over time or if it's hard because it was intended to be that way. I don't know. Ah! Ha! All right. It seems to have split in half, which is going to allow me now to pull the dang thing off. Gee whiz. There it is. Do I have anything that closely resembles that? I think it's this one right here. Hang on. See this out? It's not that one. It does have some elasticity to it, but I think it's this one, but man, it looks about right. I think that's it. I think so. Proceed. Let me try to put this one on there, but I want to clean this up a little bit first. And when this comes out, or once I get this going, we can finally start with the rebuild. Okay, nice and clean. Hopefully you can see that. Some decent speck of something. There we go. Did manage to scratch this a little bit trying to pull that out, but for the most part, it looks okay. So let me see. Wasn't that one? It's got to be this one. We're going to try to fit this on now. The rebuilding process can begin. All right, so this is going on. Maybe. There we go. Hey, that looks pretty good. It's a decent seal. Went on pretty well. Good. Okay. Now, where are my glasses? I know I set them down somewhere. Hey! I can see. All right, make sure that's clear. I've done this once before, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Right on. All right, let's put this thing back together. So let's see. I believe I need to get this in there first. Goes this way. Make sure that's straight as I'm lining it up. Yes. So now I'm going to pop that in there again here. Oh, went in pretty easy. It looks good. And then the, I don't know what this is called. It's like, it locks it in place. This star washer looking thing. Oh. There it is. All right, in you go. Where'd it go? Man, that just like went right in. Kind of scared. I think it's in there good. Yep, I think we're good. Okay, next. Let's put this in here. Important when you're putting this in to line up the groove with where the screw, the locking screw will go. So here we go. Lining it up, lining it up, lining it up. I can see it in there. You probably can't. Let's see. Wait. Yep. Before I do that, hang on. I think I can adjust the height with this. I think that's what this is for. I don't have the right tool for adjusting the height. It's something I need to investigate later. But for now. Let's get this in there. Forgot that I have to tighten this, so let's get that going right now. And that is actually bringing it down. Okay. Basically, what this does is now that I have connection inside, this brings the needle up and down. So that is all the way. Yep, that's all the way in. So I'm going to bring that back up. There was no need to apply any force here because the needle and the thread here does all the work. So that looks pretty good. That's about where the other one is. It's just slightly inset, almost flush there. So I'm going to call that good. That's good. And let's get the screw tightened. Come on. I don't know if I'm in there. Yep. Yep. Not too tight, but I want to get it nice. That should do. I'm going to call that done. All right. That's the old one. Is that the old one? That's the old one. Off you go to the old washer pile. Okay. Set these guys to the side. Or that. All right. Let's start with the float. I don't like how this is that. Anyway. Okay. Here we go. I need you. And I forgot. Take the little arms off in here, so let's do that right now. Or the rod that goes through. Here it is. I ordered floats just anticipating that I would need to replace them. Here's the new ones. I went ahead and saved the old ones. Yeah, you never know. They look okay, actually. But I don't want those to fail on me, so they have been replaced. I think it was on this side on the other one. Imagine that. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and there's no threads over here. Imagine that. I must look like such a rookie. Onward. All right. I think sometimes the camera makes you feel a little stupider than you really are. Maybe. Might edit that out. Tighten this up. Whoops. Not too tight. Good enough. Now we can press this in place. This time without hurting myself. No! Dang it. All right, here we go. I pushed it off the wrong one. All right. There. Perfect. What I'm going to do is basically use this to check the height, and without there being a gasket in here. 15.9, which is not bad. Not bad. Let's check the other side. 14.9. All right, so I'm going to be bending a little bit from here to kind of tweak that up. I need to get these two level first, so we're not there yet. Did I make sure that was cleaned out? I believe I did. Let's go ahead and run another. You know, it's not 100% clean, but that's gonna do it nicely. All right, so that's all good to go. That's on. Let's get the gasket, shall we? And start putting this thing together. Good. Done. Now, back over here. I'm going to time to put the assembly in here for the new gasket, or the new diaphragm. Matching up the groove. The kit came with a bigger one and a small one, and yeah, the small one's definitely, let me just show you. Small one's definitely not the right size there, so back. This is the one. Whoops. Careful, because we're dealing with a needle here. No unnecessary roughness with there. Now I can go in here and we're going to line up the grooves here and there. Make sure the needle's in place. Don't want that going to the wrong place. There we go. It's pretty good. And okay, just trust me, it's in the groove really well now. Good. Next. If I know. Done. Let's get this thing back together. Oh, it's this one. Perfect. Back over here. Good. Yeah, that looks great. there you have it. 2 mostly rebuilt zenith-stromberg 175 CD carburetors. What's next? Stay tuned and find out. Until then, remember to drink water, be healthy, and be safe. Until next time.